Hey everybody, and welcome to the ATMC TV Game of the Week. Tonight, the Scorpions of North Brunswick High School play host to the visiting Whiteville Wolfpack. I'm Jay Combs, and I am along with tonight Mike Maurer. Sam Hickman is on assignment. Mike is a former high school player from Ohio, where they really play football, folks, and also played some D2 ball up in Pennsylvania. So, Mike, we're happy to have you with us and happy to bring you all the action here. Both teams come into this game this evening after impressive showings in last week's Bash at the Beach preseason scrimmages. North looked very impressive in handily defeating Ashley High School, and the same could be said for Whiteville's convincing win over Laney, but that was practice. Tonight's is for real. Mike, tell us a little bit about some of the players to watch on both these teams tonight.
Big players to watch on North Brunswick Scorpions. Obviously, R.J. Green, the senior quarterback, coming off a good junior season. On Whiteville's side, you got Shipman, the senior running back, who can be punishing at the line of scrimmage. We'll be looking at for him, as well as Thompson, who I believe he's a NC State recruit. Is that right, Jay?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. And when you see him out on the field, you can understand why Division I schools are looking at him. That's for sure. Wing T, which you know a little bit about,
Wing
Mike.
T, all about the movement at the line of scrimmage from the guards and the tackles, all about deceptive movement to create linebacker confusion, create holes, big gaps, big plays. I'm excited to watch it. It's a rare offense you don't really see much anymore.
That's right, and then Whiteville runs it very well. Whiteville's coach is J.P. Price. This is his fourth season. Last year, the Wolfpack was 3-3. As I mentioned, they defeated Laney last week in the Bash on the Beach. North Brunswick fourth-year coach Brian Davis has done one heck of a job of reviving the program here in Leland. Last year, the Scorps were 2-4, but they played really well. And the big story at North Brunswick this year is the fact that they had 96 kids come out for football during the preseason. So they've got some numbers. Mike mentioned R.J. Green, who is a very talented passer. Jaden Granda is a big guy you're going to enjoy watching, Big Mike, tonight. 6'3", 6'4", 235. He gets around and will play havoc on the field. It should be a fun contest. The Scorpions have not had a winning season since 2016, and Whiteville is looking for, yes, another trip to the state playoffs. The journey for both begins here tonight. It's Whiteville versus North Brunswick on the ATMC Game of the Week. We'll be back with the opening kickoff after this. And we are back from Gary Bishop Stadium in Leland, North Carolina. That is the home of the North Brunswick Scorpions. Looks like the Scorps won the toss, Mike, and I think they elected to defer.
I believe so. It's going to be a good time for Whiteville to kind of take the ball early, establish the run, try to, knock the rust off. I mean, not even rust. I mean, you've spent the last 4 weeks pounding each other into the dirt, teammate on teammate. So this is their first time and their first chance to go ahead and knock somebody who's not their team.
That's a great observation. There's nothing worse than August football practice, is there? Do you remember when you used to do it?
It is a terrible grind, but it's worth the wait. Game one, establish the tone for the season. I'm really excited to watch some good football tonight.
As watching number 75, Big Luke Raciapi, a senior lineman for the Scorps. And when I say big, Mike, 6'3", 305 pounds, and he was carrying that North Brunswick flag across the field to get the Scorps excited for this contest tonight. Pretty good crowd. It is a beautiful night, except it is hot and humid. The good news is the rain that was predicted has kind of moved out of the forecast. So we should have a rain-free game tonight, and more importantly, a lightning-free game tonight.
Don't jinx it, Jay. Don't talk about it too much. But the heat and humidity may play effect. Being the first game of the season, you are definitely not necessarily in football shape right away. So it'll be important for these guys to stay hydrated, get rest, and make sure that they're not running too much.
And folks, when Mike Maurer is talking about physical things, pay attention, because I could just as easily introduce him as Dr. Michael Maurer, right? He's a physical therapist, and he knows all this stuff, and you can't see him, but he's a big guy, right? And I think his pant size is even smaller than mine, and he's big, but Dr. Mike knows.
Rumors has it I did graduate, so hopefully I do understand a little bit about what's going on.
And the piece of paper's on the wall, the numbers for North, I love their unis, but they're tough to see. A little
squib onside kick. Looks like Whiteville did recover it. It'll be interesting to see. Yep. Looks like Gordon from Whiteville recovered the onside kick. Little unsure of the hands early on that kick.
Yeah, but, a surprise strategy by Brian Davis right out of the gun here with a little squib kick. But Whiteville, because of Nakotis Gordon, will take over possession, call it at the Whiteville 41. The quarterback for Whiteville is number 9, Zion Wilson. This kid is good. As Mike was saying, you got to know how to handle the ball, and he's pretty good at it.
Right there, good QB keeper for about 10 yards. Huge gap on the left side there, right off the center.
Yeah, Wilson advances out to inside North Brunswick territory. They're going to mark it at the North Brunswick 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack early on here, quarter one. Whiteville at North Brunswick. That's a handoff to 24. That's the kid that Mike was talking about, Shaheem Shipman. He's a senior. He's got a motor, Mike.
Yeah, typically, that was a great pull. Beautiful wing tee, pull to the left. The guard tried to kick out the defensive end. He read it well, but the 24 just ran right around him.
Yeah, Shipman is a big kid at 6 foot, 200 pounds. But as Michael said in the pregame, he's a runner, but he is a punishing runner. He's got quicks to get outside, but he will take you on mano-mano. Again, that's Zion Wilson running the attack for the Pack.
Another sweep, 3 runs in a row, 3 massive gains.
They like to run the ball, they being Whiteville, and they are very good at it. Tackle that time, I think, number 8, number 9, help me.
Yeah, it's tough to see the numbers on the uniforms this far up, Jay.
Yeah, number 8, Tristan Marks, a senior for North Brunswick on the stop, but 3 consecutive first downs running the ball. That's what Whiteville likes to do.
And the wing tee is one of those offenses that it's just, if you don't play against it regularly, it's tough to prepare for, particularly week 1. And it's really going to, be interesting how North adjusts. Obviously, going into the next week too, if they don't play somebody like that, it's kind of like when college teams play Navy. It really just kind of throws you off and takes you out of your momentum in terms of preparation and all of that.
Takes a little bit of time to get adjusted, and right now, North Brunswick still trying to figure it out. The penalty against Whiteville helps. It's going to move it back to the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Wolfpack. Wilson off the left side, driven down by Tavon Joyner, a senior linebacker for North Brunswick. Picked up a couple, Mike. Call it 2nd and 11, 4-yard gain for quarterback Zion Wilson.
And still, Just running the ball. I think that's going to be Whiteville's game plan most of the night.
Yeah, they do like to keep it on the ground. What's the old saying? 3 things happen when you throw the ball, and 2 of them are bad, right? So J.P. Price understands the value of running.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with maintaining possessions. And when you make gaps like that, and he's going to go.
There is Shipman. Touchdown, Wolfpack, number 24, Shaheem Shipman. That is a 27-yard touchdown run. The first of, I'm sure, several by Shipman this year. So the Wolfpack jump right on north, right down the field with a drive that started at their 42.
And early on this first drive, Whiteville just taking it up, mostly up the center and to the left side. It'll be interesting if they maintain that kind of pace as well as trajectory, trying to attack the right side of the north defense.
Grayson Creech. Extra point is good, and that'll make it Whiteville 7, North Brunswick nothing, with 10:40 to go here in the opening quarter from Gary Bishop Stadium here in Leland, North Carolina. Michael, we were talking about this before the game. The facilities here, as at the other Brunswick County schools this year, are just top notch. You look at that beautiful NB right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, turf fields, beautiful concessions and restroom facilities. It really is kind of top-notch in terms of quality.
Absolutely is. You know, I believe I've read where even if you have like a torrential downpour, these fields will drain in about 20, 25 minutes. There's a shot at the field house. Mike's visited that already a couple of times tonight, you know. But,
hey, just like the players, Jay, I'm a little nervous. All right?
No, you're doing great. Can you remember those Friday nights in Ohio?
Oh,
man, first game of the year.
Absolutely. Everybody's going to get a little butterflies, little pregame jitters. The key is kind of it's almost like a golf shot. You establish your routine, get set, get ready, get your mind right, and just go play.
Yeah, that's true. So on the kick again is Creech for Whiteville. Taken at about the 17-yard line and quickly rolled down. Tackled by 22 Jamal Falk.
Yeah, he kind of got 8 up right at the point of contact. Good coverage by Whiteville on the kickoff.
I think that may have been number 4, Teron Green. There are 3 Greens on the North Brunswick team, and you're going to hear a lot about all of them tonight, particularly the guy at quarterback now, number 12, R.J. Green, 6'3", 200-pound senior. This spring season, in just 5-6 games, threw for 851 yards and 5 scores. And we've got a whistle, and we'll wait till the officials sort it out. They are taking over 33-yard line, but this is going to walk off 5 against the Wolfpack. So put that ball out almost to the Whiteville 38-yard line. And it'll be first down and 5 for the Scorps, trailing early on, 7-0.
Another one.
And another one, and that might be R.J. Green with a little cadence count picking up a first down. You know, I read, Mike, where Green is one of the schools that has back an experienced quarterback this year, and that is a real weapon and advantage. And already you're seeing those games that he got last year as a junior paying dividends here tonight.
It's invaluable too, given that it was almost it was technically a spring season, right? So you don't have that layoff time between fall games.
Handoff to number 13. That is Eric Mosley. Now, here's a kid that's only a 10th grader starting here as a sophomore for North Brunswick. Picks up 5, 2nd and 5 for the Scorps. Green Taken down that time, Michael, by number 4, Brandon Tyson. He's a 6'1", 222-pound linebacker. He's very active out there for the Whiteville Wolfpack, Mike.
Yeah, North was trying to get them chasing the counter play. The linebackers didn't fall for it and ate him up.
So that's going to set up a 3rd and 4 for RJ Green and North Brunswick. Trips to the left. Let's see which way Green goes.
Goes deep.
Long pass downfield. Oh, just overthrown. Good pass defense by number 9, Zion Wilson. Intended receiver, number 15, Trevor Baldwin. 6'2" senior.
Interesting.
Check it, number 10, Caden Cook. Sorry, Mike.
No, interesting decision to roll to the left, throw across the body deep on a 3rd and necessary. So it looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
Well, it looks like they are, and the punt team will be led by number 62, I believe, Braden Lanier, or usually offensive linemen and defense. They usually don't kick, but maybe we got one here. Let's see.
Hey, a leg's a leg, Jay.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got a good chance to pin him deep, too. It's good field position, good strategy to try to get the game established. Look at that roll.
It's going to work
it's
out
gonna
well.
Roll all the way down there. Inside the 10. Great kick.
He kicked it from the 46. It is marked down at the 8. That is a long kick. 54 yards, close to it. Excellent special teams play. Mike, you played the game. You know how important special teams are, and the Scorps did a really good job that time.
It really is the forgotten component of football. Most people just kind of assume, particularly at the higher levels, that it's a given, right? You're going to fair catch it, or you're going to make your field goal, or whatever it might be. In high school, though, a lot of variability that happens.
You're not kidding. And the teams that win consistently, generally speaking, have good kickers. Wilson,
look at this.
Handoff.
Bruiser. Broke 3 tackles. Breaking it outside to the left.
Shipman, it's a race. 50, 40, knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Shipman is the real deal, folks.
That is tough. You have a great special teams possession inside the 10, and he breaks off a 50-yard run.
42, about a 52-yard scamper down the left side for this guy Shipman that Mike told you about in the pregame. Gifted runner, punishing runner.
And that's why you keep your feet moving, Jay. He got met at the hole by 2 North players and just kept it going. Broke it to the 2nd level, and then it was a foot race from there.
Yeah, well, that's what I like about this kid, the fact that, as we said, he can punish you, he can take the physicality, but he's got some speed as well. There's Wilson, left side, shakes a tackle.
There's another one.
Knocked out at about the 20, call it the 31-yard line of North Brunswick.
And it's not like North's playing poor defense. They're hitting them. They're getting hands on them at the line of scrimmage or behind it, and they're still managing to break those tackles and run it through. Big gains.
Well, that one's going to be all for naught as Whiteville called for holding.
What? That's one way to get a good gain, right?
Yeah. Right now, the North successful plays have been involving penalties. The 2 times they drew Whiteville offsides, and of course this big holding play, which negates a fine run by number 9, Zion Wilson. So we are marking it at about the 48-yard line. So it is first down and a ton. 1st and 20 for Whiteville. There is 8:49 to go here in the opening quarter. The Wolfpack holding a 7-0 lead.
The key with a first down holding, though, they can continue to run the ball, especially with the way they've been establishing it. If you're getting 5 to 8 yards per carry, 1st and 20 is nothing.
That's right. Good point. They kind of gash you.
There he goes.
Quick around the right side. A new one out there, number 5. That's E.J. McLeod, but a nice tackle by number 4, Teron Green, brother of quarterback R.J. Green. Teron is a sophomore, Mike. Teron's a sophomore. Deshaun is a junior, and RJ is a senior. The Green family have made their contribution to North Brunswick High School. Wilson rolling left, got some pressure. Pass a little short. Intended receiver is McLeod.
Again, another interesting roll to the opposite side of your quarterback's arm for the first pass for Whiteville.
Yeah, you know, listen, and believe it or not, 100 years ago I played quarterback and had a weak arm. But I learned enough then to, you know, not run against my arm. It's a lot easier if you're at your strong side and you can square up and deliver.
And honestly, I mean, if you're not going to be throwing that much, I don't know, I feel like it's questionable to try to push those in there.
3rd down 15 for the Pack.
Big
Handoff
hole.
Shipman. Uh-oh.
Good cutback. He's going to be close.
He's going to be very close. Jordan Jackson with the tackle for North. Let's see where they spot it. I think, Mike, they're moving the chains already. 1st down signal, ball at the 25-yard line of North Brunswick. So the Wolfpack gets out of the hole. Mike Bauer right in saying that, 1st and 20, not a big deal the way this team runs.
And they continue to gash him on the outside. Here's another one.
Shipman again outside, hits down around the 15. Let's see where they mark it. Yep, Sam Hickman, even though he's on assignment, would be so proud of me for calling it out at the 15. Thank you, Sam. So it'll be 2nd down. No check. It'll be 1st down.
He got the first.
He picked up 10, so 1st and 15 for Whiteville. Moving the ball effortlessly down the field, principally, in fact, exclusively on the ground. Wilson, right side, picks up a block, cut back.
Another flag. Looks like it may be holding on the receiver.
Mike Bauer right on the button, mid-season form, the holding call against the Wolfpack, the 2nd one on this drive.
Hey, Jay, it's only a penalty if you get caught.
There you go. Well, somebody in the white shirts of Whiteville got caught, and it's going to cost the Wolfpack some valuable yardage. So we're going to move it back to the North Brunswick 25, 26, about the 27-yard line.
But another, 1st and 20.
Which has not been a problem for Whiteville thus far this evening. We do have maybe an equipment. See number 75 trotting off the field. That's Bryce Freeman for Whiteville, being replaced by number 60, Grant Green. They trade big for big to the Wolfpack of Whiteville. Look at across that line there, 59, Levi Herring. He sort of anchors this big offensive line. Mike, 79. Look at that guy, a monster, right side tackle, Jude Stanley.
Yeah, the number 60 coming in, playing the tackle position. It won't be a big deal that he's a little stiff, hasn't warmed up yet, because he's playing tackle and in a wing tee. They're more there to establish and the block on the outside, not do too much pulling. That's more on the guards.
And that's coming from a guy who played guard, and he knows a little bit about that pulling.
I did a little pulling in my day.
Wilson, handoff. That's McLeod. Keeping them legs moving, as Mike Bauer was telling you. He's going to get knocked off his feet by Tristan Marks. Down around the North Brunswick, call it the, 18?
18, I'd say.
So 2nd down, 13 to go. 1st quarter, 7:20 on the clock. Whiteville 7, North Brunswick 0. This is the ATMC TV game of the week, our first one of the 2021 season. Shipman, no go up the middle, Mike.
And that was one of the, I think, the first one since the initial drive for them to try to go up the middle. They've been gashing them on the outside. I'm sure Whiteville's waiting for North to adjust and kind of cover more of that outside position to create those gaps up the middle, but nothing yet.
Good stop that time by Mooney and Mosley.
Looks like they're going to give Shipman a little break here, let him catch his wind.
He has been active here in the first quarter. There's J.P. Price, the head coach for Whiteville, out on the field. And number 4, check it out, that's Brandon Tyson.
Jay, do you think J.P. Price works out?
Yeah. Son, he's got some guns on him, let me tell you. He is a big guy. Bryce Freeman back into the game for Grant Green. So 3rd down, 13 to go, ball on the 18.
Another roll left.
Pressure.
There we go, he resets.
Somebody
kind of a lob, jump ball.
Oh.
Same team.
Boy, North Brunswick dodged a bullet, I think.
Absolutely, Jay. Best defensive play from North comes from Whiteville's same receivers.
Yep. 2 guys just bang it into each other, and sets up a 4th down.
Oh, it looks like.
Oh, wait, we got a flag? Let's see.
Looks like North is going to decline the push-off. Setting up 4th down and long.
Okay, good call, Mike. Offensive pass interference declined by North, so it does set up a 4th down situation. 4th and 13. Looks like perhaps we're going to see a field goal attempt, maybe not.
No,
it would be a long one if indeed they did.
Looks like they're going for it.
Number 9, Zion Wilson.
Same play set as the last one.
And procedure against Whiteville. Whiteville, despite dominating this first quarter, a little bit sloppy, Mike, with the penalties.
Well, I think it has to do with the passing game. I mean, you got your pass players in there. You took your star running back out to try to maybe open up some space with a couple athletes with those skill sets, and not paying dividends right now.
Yeah, for sure. 4th down, 18 for the Pack. They're going for it. Wilson, pressure, lofts it up in the corner, and it falls incomplete. It was a well-thrown ball. The intended receiver, trying to see who that number is. I thought it looked like number 10. I think that was Deshaun Thompson, who's an outstanding linebacker, but showing his ability as a wide receiver as well. But the ball or the pass falls incomplete. So North dodges a couple of bullets that time and escapes without giving up any points, and it's going to take over at their 23, trailing 7-0 with 6:29 to go here, opening quarter at North Brunswick High School. Green.
Wide open.
He can throw. This kid can run. Tackle from behind.
Looked like Jaden Armstrong with the catch, wide open in the middle of the field. Found that seam and took it.
Wow, big play by the Scorps through the air on the arm of R.J. Green to junior receiver Jaden Armstrong. Big catch, big play for North Brunswick.
North went kind of quick off the turnover, but now they're kind of slowing it down, getting the good play call in.
Ball on the 30. Ooh.
Ran into his offensive lineman.
Staying on his feet.
That's the kind of thing you see on week 1. Not sure if it was the running back or the right guard who screwed up there, but somebody missed their assignment.
Xavion Brady, number 2, in on the stop for the Wolfpack. 4-yard loss for the Scorps, so make it second, maybe a 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13 for North Brunswick.
Hopefully North can dust that off, forget about it, and move on kind of continue with the momentum they got off that first play.
Yeah, and a good call on your part, Mike, about bumping into each other here early in the season.
There
Green over the middle, complete. Once again, 89, Jaden Armstrong. Green and Armstrong got something going, Mike.
Hey, they're eating in the middle, man.
This kid, R.J. Green, has a really strong arm. As I mentioned, in the spring season, 859 yards, 5 scores, no interceptions.
And that's impressive. What, they played 6 games in the spring?
That's right. They were 2-4. And 6 games he threw for 859. Another kind of bump in the backfield that time, trying to hand the ball off, was R.J. Green. He ended up keeping it. So I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the 17 of Whiteville. 2nd and 10 for the Scorps.
And this is that critical field position. You got to kind of keep going, chipping away at it so you can go it for 4th and whatever if you get there, or you can kick a field goal if you have to.
Well, and Mike, just to kind of underscore the criticality of it, Coach Brian Davis of North Brunswick calls the kids over to the side to kind of talk about it and, make sure that we all understand we're all on the same page here. Again, Brian Davis, his 4th year at North Brunswick, and I think he has rejuvenated this program. When he first came here, the numbers were very low in the 30s and the 40s, but each year subsequent, the numbers have grown until this past season. 96 kids came out for football. So, and Davis knows how to coach. He's got a much bigger assistant coaching staff, Mike. At one time, he only had a couple helpers, but he's been able to not only encourage the kids to come out, but encourage some coaches as well. And that's a good combination, a good formula for success.
Absolutely. When you start winning, people want to be winners, right? So you're going to get the bodies that you need to kind of continue that trend. And like we talked earlier, depth is so key, especially at a high school level. You need bodies, and 96, that's a big number.
That's a huge number, particularly for, that now North is a 3A school, but you're talking lots of different players and opportunities.
Not sure how that wasn't a false start on the right guard.
But it wasn't. You told me if you can get away with it, it's good. Green rolls right.
Shakes and bakes.
We talk a lot about R.J. Green's ability to throw the football, and indeed he can, but he is quite a capable runner as well as he circles off the right side that time and gets the ball down to
it's got to be close.
Got to be close. They're calling it 3rd down and 1.
Hey, if you see a gap for 9 yards, you got to take it when you're R.J. Green.
Absolutely. He's a very athletic and a big kid at 6'3", 200. At the 7-yard line. Ball's at the 7. Scorps need 1 for a first.
No.
Green loses his footing. Goes down. Down goes R.J. Green. So still North ball, but that's going to change a 3rd and 1 to a 4th and 4, and Coach Brian Davis elects to keep the offense on the field, Mike.
Absolutely. I can tell you they've practiced this every day since camp started. They're going to have a handful of plays that they're going to want to run in this situation. I'll be curious what they pull out of their pocket.
It will involve R.J. Green, that is for sure. Green rolls left. He's looking. Delivers.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, North Brunswick. Seth Deloy with the score. Seth Deloy, what Sam Hickman and I call the Swiss Army knife for North Brunswick, because he can do a little of a lot of different things, or a lot of many things, and that time comes up with the catch. But there is a flag. So it's a personal foul against the Wolfpack. Face mask.
And great composure by R.J. Green. He had a gap. He probably had 4 yards if he wanted to take it, but he sat in the pocket knowing he had the time, slings it for the touchdown.
Yeah, he's – and as I said earlier, Michael, he's a very accurate thrower. A lot of poise. He is a fine, fine high school quarterback, and he's going to have a real good season. So it looks like North will go for the point after.
Gotta love a muddle huddle, Jay.
Yeah, muddle huddle. Kick is no good. Sails off to the right. I'm trying to see. I don't know who the kicker was. Could you tell, Aaron? Okay, we'll have to try to find out who the North kicker is.
It's okay. It's our producer's first game this year.
Yeah, it's all our first game of the 2020 season. Number 11, I'm hearing, that Jackson Dorff, a senior. Anyway, PAT fails. So the score with 3:13 to go here in the first quarter. Whiteville Wolfpack 7 and the Scorpions of North Brunswick 6.
With the way this match has been going, that 1 point will likely play a big piece at the end of the game.
Yeah, darn it. It is amazing, Mike, how many times a missed extra point comes back to bite you, you know, and not only at the high school level, but collegiately and, of course, in the National Football League as well.
Looks like they're taking the personal foul on the kickoff, actually.
Wow, okay. So North has an excellent chance.
Might as well put the ball at the 20 or 25, wherever it goes in high school, because he should be able to get this into the end zone.
Yeah, unless he's going to try one of them funny kind of poochie kicks, right, you know, and
True.
see. But
I forgot they did do that on the kickoff.
On the kickoff of the opening season. And, again, Under Armour provides these beautiful uniforms for Whiteville, and you can't see the darn numbers. I think that's for North. I'm sorry. I think that is
another one
there
over
it
him.
is.
Oh,
It's bouncing around.
looks like Whiteville did cover it again. I think after this, Whiteville's going to be putting their hands team out there. They had the guy back behind the line for the bounce, but he still bobbled it. Whiteville getting lucky.
Tyler Hammond, senior for Whiteville, possession of the football. So Whiteville will take over. First down, they're going to mark it at the 28, I believe. Yep, 28-yard line for the Wolfpack. 3:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Whiteville nursing a 1-point lead, 7-6. I'm Jay Combs. Mike Maurer with us tonight. Sam Hickman's on assignment. And the Wolfpack of Zion Wilson trying to get him on the go. Up the middle.
Got about 5 yards right up the gap.
That would be number 4, Brandon Tyson, another big kid. Senior 6'1", 222 pounds. So Shipman is a big guy and he's got speed. Tyson will pound you up the middle using 222 pounds of muscle. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5 for the Pack. Handoff right side. Oh, North did a much better job that time, Mike.
Well, I think they're doing the same defense they have been, they're just making their tackles now, Jay.
Jordan Jackson, one of those guys making the tackle that time. Number 4, Teron Green, also went on the stop. So 3rd and 2 for Whiteville at their 36-yard line.
Interesting, they started the series without Shaheem Shipman, but he's back in now. 2 yards, 3 yards to get. And he gets
there
the ball.
He is. Penetration by North. Can they bring him down?
Chopping his feet, and he's still going.
Do it.
I think that was, 4 tackles he broke?
Well, I'll tell you, this kid Shipman is the real deal. And you're right, Mike. He broke at least 4 in the backfield. North Brunswick, great pursuit that time. Just not able to knock down Shipman. And the result is a Wolfpack first down at their 45-yard line. Zion Wilson. Left side, Wilson.
Whiteville continues to eat on that left side of the line.
they have had great success running to their left, to the right side of the North Brunswick defensive line. Wilson picks up maybe 6, so second down 4, ball on the North Brunswick 49-yard line. 1:46 to go here in the opening quarter.
Whiteville definitely dominating the time of possession in this game.
Fake pitch by Wilson.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That was a beautiful play call, Jay. Got the guys chasing the running back, let the quarterback just sit in the pocket for 1 split second, then hit the gap that opened up.
Yeah, and Wilson doesn't need much of a gap, Mike. And as you were explaining to all of us, including our viewers, the importance of deception in the wing tee. You saw a little bit of it that time, run by Zion Wilson, and he picks up yet another first down for Whiteville.
Yeah, the tough thing with the wing tee is because those guards are pulling almost every play, the linebackers are chasing them. If you can get a good play action, quarterback keep, and run up the gap, you're gonna do well.
Ooh, not that time. Not that time.
No, the linebackers definitely filled those gaps and hit Thompson in the hole for, what, a loss of 3?
Yeah, one of the few times tonight that Shipman has not gained positive yardage. Teron Green on the stop with a host of others. Wolfpack or Scorpion defenders. So it's going to make it second down and 11, under 1 minute to go here, opening quarter. Whiteville 7, North Brunswick 6. Handoff, number 5.
Beautiful run. Look at him cutting. Foot race.
E.J. McLeod scores. 35-yard run around that left side again, Mike. This time the ball carrier E.J. McLeod, who scored last week in that scrimmage and was impressive, and certainly impressive on a 35-yard scamper for a score to make it 13-6 Whiteville pending the extra point.
And those are just morale killers, honestly. You're playing good defense, holding them. You just had a tackle for a loss, and then he breaks a couple tackles, shakes and bakes, and gets all the way to the end zone.
In for the extra point is number 34, Grayson Creech. Kick is up.
No good.
No good. Wide right. So that's going to keep it at 13-6. Wolfpack, 28 and a half seconds to go here in the opening quarter. And, Mike, that's an excellent, excellent observation, because it kind of sort of looked like, North was going to dodge another bullet, and then bang, McLeod around the left side and goes to daylight.
Yeah, North has got to keep their composure, just keep going. They're getting in the backfield. They're filling the gaps. It's just it's the story of missed tackles.
Yeah. Generally, look at that gorgeous sunset here in Leland, North Carolina. Boy, I'll tell you, ain't many prettier places in this whole wide world than Brunswick County, and Leland being part of it. You're seeing it there. Good shot by Nathan Evers. And Jake from marketing, who's doing a wonderful job of putting up with me and helping us so much on these telecasts. Jake came to the bash at the beach, or the beach at the bash last week, and kind of got wet behind the ears, but it's drying up now. Doing a great job. How do you say Jake's last name, Aaron? Godick? Like Godek? Got it? What's that? That's not a web. Is that a website? No. GoDaddy. That's the one I'm thinking. Hey, can we, Jake, tonight you're Jake GoDaddy. Okay? I love you.
I think this is a family show.
I love you, son. I love you. So the officials are conversing there just inside the 50, talking, looks like mostly to the North Brunswick staff. Okay,
yeah.
To the trainer, and oh my goodness, oh please, no, we're doing so well. Anyway, 13-6 Wolfpack over the Scorps with 28.5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Kickoff by Whiteville.
Nice deep. Let's see if North can return it a little further than they did last time. Hit a seam.
Nice cut.
I would say that was successful, Jay.
I would say so too. You take that every time. Try to see who was that returned that kick. Number 2, that's the guy we were telling you about, the Swiss Army knife, Seth Deloy, who can do a lot of things really well for North Brunswick, including running back kicks. So 18.5 ticks to go here in the opening quarter. Ball's going to be marked at the North Brunswick 38-yard line.
See if they can maintain the momentum they had on the last offensive drive.
R.J. Green looking, no, he
Shed it.
sheds a would-be tackler, loses his helmet, so he's going to have to come out of the game. Big pressure by Whiteville that time. Looking to see who's walking away from there. 72, maybe Jermaine Shipman.
Interesting they didn't blow that dead immediately.
When the helmet came off?
Yeah. They kind of let another guy get a shot in on him.
Well, because of the helmet coming off, Green is going to have to at least come out for one play. Now we're going to see who the backup quarterback is for North Brunswick.
My guess is they'll probably run the ball here, Jay, just to kind of keep possession.
Yeah, possession 9/10 of the law. Here the officials are trying to sort it out. Number 4, that would be Teron Green, and guess what? It's all in the family, right? Teron being the younger brother of R.J. He is a sophomore, so he's going to take this snap. Might be the last one here of the opening quarter.
False start.
Yeah, and that happens a lot when you've got changes and, well, the clock expired. Did the penalty get called before that?
Storm's off in the distance, Jay.
Yeah. It was such a pretty sky here just a few minutes ago, and it's still kind of pretty, but there's a kind of a big dark cloud out there. All right, so Mike, it looks like they are going to walk off 5 yards, procedure false start against the Scorpions. And I'm wondering, are they putting any time back on the clock? Because right now it is saying 0-0. There you can see that big dark cloud. And a little bit of flashing going on in there, but that's going to be the end of quarter number 1. We will leave you with the score. Whiteville 13, North Brunswick 6. You are watching the ATMC Game of the Week here on ATMC TV. And welcome back to North Brunswick High School, where Whiteville holding a 13-6 lead as we begin the second quarter. I am Jay Combs, joined tonight by Mike Maurer, Sam Hickman on assignment. 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter for Whiteville, 27 yards by Shipman, 35 yards by McLeod. And a R.J. Green to Seth Deloy pass of 7 yards, the only score of the game for North Brunswick, making it 13-6 as we start the second quarter. North Brunswick has the ball, and it's marked at looks like their 28-yard line, but
looks like they're discussing those ominous clouds off in the distance, Jay.
So let us hope that we don't get into a lightning delay unless they've changed the rules. Lightning could necessitate upwards of a 30-minute delay.
And it's tough on a hot day like this. The worst thing you want as a player is a 30-minute break, at least.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing for, an old broke-down announcer like myself. So we do not want that delay. But look, we're joking, of course, the safety of not only the kids but the fans in attendance is imperative. And so the officials will and should err on the side of safety and caution, and I'm sure they will.
Absolutely, Jay. We all fun and games, but keep everybody safe.
Yep. Boy, and those are really good words to live by in this kind of, COVID climate that we're in, right? But anyway, the officials are going to continue to play. So
looks like R.J. Green's back in the game after that, having to come off the field when his helmet came off.
Exactly. Got his one play off. His brother did a good job, and now we have another whistle.
I don't even think the referees know.
I'm not sure either. Just a little bit of, practice early games for referees too. R.J. Green outside.
Little screenplay.
10. Hit hard.
Waited and ate that up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Caden Cook on the receiving end of Green's toss that time. Caden is a 6'3", 175-pound wide receiver. He is a junior and a good one. 2-yard gain. Make it 3rd and 11 for the Scorps. Check it.
3rd and 18.
3rd and 18. Thought my numbers were off a little bit.
It's all right. We'll forgive you, Jay.
Okay. I can't count. Green left. Pressure. Evades. Not enough.
Yeah, that's a tough position to be in. 3rd and 18 inside your own territory. I don't envy that, having to make that play call.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Green's athleticism allowed him to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe make a yard, but regardless, it's going to set up a 4th down and 16 for the Scorpions. So North will punt.
Now, last time he punted, he got a good roll on it. Be interesting to see if he can get that boot on the ball.
And they're going to need another good special teams play here. Try to turn the field over. And I think that is number 62, Braden Lanier.
Big guy,
sophomore.
big leg.
Yep.
See if he hammers it.
Decent little kick. See where it bounces.
Another little decent roll.
And he got a good one, Mike. Ball's going to be down at about the 33-yard line of Whiteville, where the Pack will take over. 1st and 10.
Just like my golf game, good contact, not necessarily where he wanted to put the ball, probably.
Yes, you're speaking for a lot of hackers when you say that, right?
Absolutely.
That's a hard game.
It really is.
Golf is the easiest, hardest game in the world.
I would say you're absolutely correct if you get rid of the easiest part.
Yeah, well, it's just sitting there, and nobody's running at you. It's not a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
A lot of swing mechanics, a lot of things that can go wrong, Jay. A lot of movement, a lot of joints.
All wrong. Yeah, now here's Dr. Mike. We're going to school us now on the golf swing.
The arthrokinematics.
Aaron, did you hear them big words? Cut him off. Arthrokinematics.
Yeah, it's like how your body moves.
Yeah.
And the physics behind the joints.
That sounds like one of them rap singers that Aaron follows, arthrokinematics or whatever. Anyway, Whiteville ball, handoff.
Thompson.
Oh, gosh, there he goes before he is knocked down.
Continuing to just attack that side of the line for North.
Mike, you're on to something there. That's Eric Mosley with the stop. But, again, Shipman picks up huge yards, another first down for the Wolfpack. And, again, principally, as Mike Mowers told you, off the left side of that line. That's McLeod.
Look at that hit. Look at that feet.
Look. E.J. McLeod, number 5. Already has one score on the game and showing his ability to get outside containment and picks up yet another first down, Mike.
Absolutely great run. And Whiteville, just the tenacity of their running backs to keep the feet going at contact. It's something to be seen, especially this early in the season.
Kind of mid-season form for the Pack. That's Shipman. Oh, boy. Right side.
Big run.
Bang. And they get past that line of scrimmage, Mike, and they're like 10, 12 yards downfield before they even get anybody hitting them. Flag on the play, though. Let's see which way it goes. Well, holding against the Pack, Mike, so we're going to bring that one back.
Again, I think that's the 4th holding penalty, but I don't know if it matters because they're just continuing to eat with the run game.
I like what you said early on. You know, they were 1st and 20. I think they're going to be about that way this time. And for a team that kind of gouges you with, chunks of yards, that's not that big a deal.
They say 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but with Whiteville, it's more like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they go back to their bread and butter over to the left side. It's got the wide side of the field. No, weak side. And he's –
wow.
There you go.
Again, 10 yards down the field before Eric Mosley is able to take down Shaheem Shipman. Golly day, Mike. He's got to be pushing close to 100 yards here, and we've got 9 minutes, 18 seconds to go in just the second quarter.
When you're averaging 8.5 yards a carry, that's pretty easy, Jay.
Yeah, it doesn't take that many carries for those yards to line up, so it's still second down, 8 yards after a gain of 12 by Shipman. Oh, look at
QB draw, beautiful.
This is left side. This is Wilson. And this is a first down for Whiteville. Excellent play call and execution, Michael, by Zion Wilson.
Yeah, great job from Wilson kicking it out to the outside. He had a lead blocker down touchdown alley. Blocker missed a little bit, so he had to kind of adjust, and he's still gashed north.
Zion Wilson. Looks like he's going to
take a play off.
Take this one off. So into the game looks perhaps number 6. That would be Luke Odom. And he's going to, if he can hand off good, he can play.
Right to the left side.
That's Shipman again. Tackle by Jordan Jackson. But you know what, Luke Odom? You can play quarterback at Whiteville if you identify who number 24 is.
Absolutely.
You make sure you get good handoffs to 2-4, and you're going to get some minutes. I think Odom's still in the game. Hopefully Wilson is okay.
Shipman out here acting like the big dog Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Speaking of which, is it really true that John Cena is coming back to wrestle Roman Reigns?
It does appear to be that way. Saturday night, SummerSlam, second biggest pay-per-view of the season for WWE.
And you can watch it on the Flamingo. No, the Peabody. Peacock.
Or ATMC.
Or ATMC cable. We're showing it? Absolutely we should be. While we're babbling on about wrestling, which is important.
Hey, we're in the South, Jay. Wrestling
is king.
NASCAR, wrestling, and high school football.
That's right. And I'm not sure it's in that order, but, some order like that is pretty close. We got a second down and 7 at the 25-yard line for Whiteville. Odom, handoff, Shipman, right side. just banging his way down close to the first down marker.
And that's tough. The outside linebacker came up, made him cut inside, and he had help, and he just broke the tackle again.
Well, that's the thing that I think is really valuable about Shipman, the fact that he's strong enough to break tackles and fast enough to run away from them. And, you know, a dual dimension back is Shaheem Shipman. Third down short.
Look at that pile. Just moving it.
That offensive line of Whiteville banging their way around in the middle.
And that's a nice kind of deceptive wing T play where they just cut their splits down and drove forward because you got North on their heels thinking you're going to be pulling, going to the outside, going to the and then you switch it up and you just drive it right up the center.
I think that was number 4, Brandon Tyson, who picked up the first down. Handoff, that is Tyson off the right side.
Again, pile moves.
They got some big kids on the interior of that Whiteville offensive line. Jude Stanley out there, 79. We mentioned him, 6'4", 240 pounds. Some big, big guys. Second down.
It's 3 in a row right up the middle, Jay. This might be what we were talking about. Look at him go, chop those feet.
Wow, that is number 4, Tyson.
Touchdown.
Wow, Brandon Tyson just plowing his way to the score. 6-yard touchdown run by Tyson.
Again, like we talked about, you know, with Whiteville establishing the run to the outside, eventually North was going to have to match it, and now you're just taking it up the center. It's really fun to watch, honestly.
Riding them big dogs up front is, in this instance, Brandon Tyson, 6'1", 222 pounds, not a small guy. So the Pack has a decision to make
Looks
here
like
on the extra point.
They're going to go for 2, make up for the missed extra point on the last touchdown.
Wilson.
And they throw.
And it's batted around there, but falls incomplete.
Interesting decision. You just ran it down from about 11 yards in, right up the gut the whole time, and you go for a pass play. I'm not a coach, so I don't envy having to make those decisions.
I know.
Pointing out observations.
Yeah, I stay out of those call and play things, because especially when you're talking about guys the caliber of J.P. Price for Whiteville and Brian Davis for North Brunswick. These guys, they know what they're doing. They got it on. But I'll tell you who else knows what they're doing. They got it on. It's Whiteville now with that touchdown. A 19-6 lead here in the second quarter. 6:54 to go. There's J.P. Price. Right there, number 10 is Deshaun Thompson. NC State looking at Thompson. NC State maybe ought to be looking at some of these other Whiteville players too.
Absolutely.
Well, they were very impressive in the bash last week up at West Brunswick against what everyone thinks is going to be a good Laney team this year. And, of course, North Brunswick was equally impressive in a victory over Ashley. But right now, it's kind of all Whiteville, Wolfpack, a time of possession clearly on the side of Whiteville here this evening.
Yeah, North's been close defensively almost every drive, but then they're just getting gashed.
Grayson Creech in for the kickoff for Whiteville.
Oh.
Ball's muffed and will
good cover.
Good cover inside the North 25.
It was a great kickoff. That was the first one that North actually had to catch on their heels. Didn't get a running start at.
Yeah, he had that one in the air pretty good. I think that was Eric Mosley that may have got possession of the ball. So anyway, ball goes over to the Scorpions of North Brunswick. They will take over at their 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Plenty of time. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And the dangerous, of course, R.J. Green with that arm. He can get it to you from any place on the field.
Yeah, North kind of stalled out early last drive, especially opening with that penalty. at the end of the quarter, so we'll be curious to see how they go. Looks like
Ooh, nice tackle.
almost had it.
Number 2, who is that? Xavion Brady, I believe, in on the stop that time. Knocking down Eric Mosley, the sophomore running back linebacker for North Brunswick, who has been very, very active here this evening. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for North at their 22-yard line. Pressure
Still
gets
up.
away. He is a big kid. He is tough to bring down. Bring it down he did was Tyler Hammond and Nicotis Gordon, but R.J. Green still picks up a couple of yards despite the heavy pressure, Mike. He's a strong kid.
Yeah, hate to say it, but I feel like North's offensive line, for how little they, offensively they've been on the field, they're looking just a little
Tired.
little fatigued, a lot of hands on hips.
Well, there's some big guys out there on that defensive unit for Whiteville.
It's also like 85 degrees out.
It is hot. Sultry. Green looking downfield, pulls it back, still looking, hits the sideline, and I think he's going to be pretty close, Mike.
Let's give a big shout out to the wide receiver, number 2. Big, huge block, 10 yards down the field, and drew the personal foul.
And that wide receiver is Deloy, again, the kid that does so many different things for North. And the run picks up the first down, but it's going to get a lot longer by virtue of this, I believe, an unsportsmanlike penalty against Whiteville. Let's see. Officials huddling up there just on the other side of the 40, trying to figure it out. That's about where Green went out of bounds.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Deloy. Realized that Green was going to take the ball and try to run with it, and immediately latched onto the DB, drove him back.
So the officials still trying to sort this one out. Here's the call. Personal foul, Whiteville. So I think we're going to walk another 15 yards,
Yeah.
Mike. And
It honestly looked, I don't know if they were debating if it was an open hand slap or a punch. That might be what they were debating there, because that's what I think. I think they were trying to figure out if it was open or closed, because one's 15 yards, the other's 15 yards, and an ejection. Just like professional wrestling, got to keep those hands open, Joe.
Open. These dudes now, I watch them, half the time they're in the air. They don't wrestle with their feet on the ground no more.
Yeah, you
jumping around.
You don't get a lot of Chief Wahoo McDaniel versus Ric Flair matches where it's just a chop fest left and right. No Stan Hansens.
Bring back the funk guys. They weren't jumping up in the air.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Terry did a little bit, but Dory.
He a little crazy though.
Dory had his own style,
Green.
especially in Japan.
Deep. Oh, overthrows number 10, Caden Cook. Boy, R.J. Green sat in that pocket and waited, and then lofted it up. And some separation by Caden Cook, but Green overthrows. So, incomplete pass makes it 2nd down 10 for North. Ball at the Whiteville 44-yard line. 5:16 to go here in the second quarter. Green takes the snap.
Another throw.
Fakes, looking over the middle. Oh, he had Caden again.
That's 2 pretty open receivers. It's just tough. I mean, so we've talked. Whiteville's had time of possession, really just outnumbering North's time of possession. So you're, as a quarterback, you can't get in a rhythm, particularly when you're a run-heavy team anyway.
Yeah, good point, Mike. I said Cook that time. I believe it may have been Jackson Dorff who had come wide open, but North Brunswick going to check it. Looks like Whiteville is going to take a timeout here. So the Pack calls for a timeout with a 19-6 lead. 5 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the second quarter from Gary Bishop Stadium.
Again, it'll be interesting to see what North does here. 3rd and 10 inside the Whiteville territory. Not super deep, though. So, are you thinking chunk play two plays, or are you going to try to get it all in one?
Well, I like the last 2 throws by Green, although they were incomplete. He had time. He stands in the pocket. He waits for the receiver to come over and then delivers, but over-delivered on both those occasions. So at least the last 2 times, the offensive line for North Brunswick has stood up pretty well. But you're right, Mike. I don't know. Maybe the chunk play is the way to go. Maybe the 10-yard play is the best way to go.
Absolutely.
Here.
I think they should probably. I mean, you'd think with the success they had going kind of across the middle early, they might kind of go back to that bread and butter.
Now Brian Davis has got the play in. R.J. Green back to receive the snap.
So looks like Whiteville sending the team.
Green eludes one, but can't
Face
elude
mask.
number 2. That was Thompson in on the stop.
Ooh, personal
I
foul.
think the official, called it the wrong way. So North Brunswick is going to dodge a bullet here, as Green would have been taken down for a loss, but the face mask penalty is going to result in a first down for the Scorps.
Sometimes the best offense is just getting the defense to make a mistake.
Yep. Well, Mike, we've said for years and years that most football games are lost, not won. They're lost by virtue of mistakes. Some, happen, some probably shouldn't happen, but either way, advantage North Brunswick on that call because it gives them a first down from the Whiteville 33.
Spread wide.
Ball fake to number 13, Eric Mosley, but did not fake anybody.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run almost an RPO. Hard to tell if it was supposed to be a run, a QB keep, or even some kind of trick play.
Well, Jamal Falk may have had something to do with that. The big 5'10", 250-pound sophomore defensive tackle was in the backfield just about the same time as Green tried to fake the ball. Pressure, Thompson. Green dumps it out.
Off the hands of the receiver, then off the hands of the defender.
You're starting to see Deshaun Thompson get involved and active in this game. He chased R.J. Green that time. That's a pretty good battle between 2 really physically talented kids, both about the same size.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just got to go athlete versus athlete, bodies on bodies, see what happens.
Well, what happens right now is a 3rd down and 13 to go from the 36.
Again, spread wide on the left there.
Green was looking for a screen, but the receiver got knocked down. But Green's going to make something. Is that something enough for a first down?
Decent blocking downfield. I'll be honest, as an offensive lineman, when your quarterback's kind of scrambling, running around, it's really hard to know what to do, particularly on a pass play, because you got to make sure he's actually running it before you head downfield to secure the block.
That's why the O-line guys got to do a lot of thinking, plus a lot of hitting out there, and it's going to be 4th down. They're calling it 1. It is a short 1. Let's see what Green can do.
Probably just going to go right up the gut here.
He does indeed.
And he's going to get it with the push.
He is. Big, strong kid is R.J. Green.
Absolutely.
Picks it up.
Questionable at contact, kept his feet going. Good play call.
Tyler Hammond, among other Whiteville defenders, in on the stop, but not before R.J. Green picks up a Scorpion first down. So with 3:25 to go here in quarter number 2, 1st and 10 from the 20, North on the move. Ooh.
Talked about it earlier. North's offensive line looking a little shaky. They're kind of shored themselves up, and now it's Whiteville's defensive line with the hands on the hips.
See him grabbing those legs. There were 2 of them out here at the 45 before, slow getting up. It is hot. It is humid.
And North's going pretty quick on the offense. So that's a good way get them gassed.
Smart playing by North Brunswick. Pass incomplete, so 2nd down and 10 from the Whiteville 20.
Really, important drive for North here, because if they can score, get a one-score game, wide open in the corner.
Oh, boy, Caden Cook. He'll catch that 9 out of 10. A perfect delivery by R.J. Green into the corner of the end zone. And number 10, Caden Cook, could not bring it down. So
that is tough. That was right in the bread basket.
Boy, that's how you draw them up, isn't it, Mike? Really pretty execution, just everything but the most important thing, which is catching the ball.
Absolutely.
And Whiteville, as you just got finished saying, the Whiteville kids looked a little gassed. J.P. Price calls a timeout.
Wasn't it Willie Mays that did the over-the-shoulder, Jay? The famous catch in center field?
He did. I'm so sad to say that was during my lifetime. I know.
I figured that was your generation.
I know it wasn't yours, but indeed, say hey Willie Mays. But he could do them basket catches, over the head catches. Willie could do most anything that he wanted to do.
He might have been able to bring that down in the end zone if he had a glove.
I think Willie could really give a good account of himself at SummerSlam, truth be known, because he could do most anything. Who's that one guy? Bobby. Oh, that guy's scary.
Bobby Lashley, he's a beast. He's a former Marine, former mixed martial artist, jacked beyond belief.
Well, we shouldn't lose many wars if he's in the Marine Corps. I can tell you that. He is a big. What they call him? The Truth, or he's got a name.
I'm not really sure, Jay. I don't think they know what to call Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, sir. I call him Sir or Mr. Lashley. Is he the one that's got that little Paul guy that is his MVP? Oh, that's no little. Here we go. 3rd down, 10. Pass out of the backfield.
Keep his feet.
And out of bounds is number 13, Mosley.
Looks like he's going to chunk out about 6 there.
And that's going to set up a tough call, Michael, for North Brunswick. 4th and 5 from the 15. Looks like the offense is staying on the field.
Like I said, you kind of have to go for it. This is an important drive right before halftime. If you can get it, you're within 1 score.
And that might be the 5, Mike.
I was going to say, look for a hard count, something.
There you go.
Something to draw Whiteville. They're tired. They're trying to be aggressive. First game of the season.
And, that's the 3rd time tonight R.J. Green, I think, has drawn them offside. So credit R.J. Green with some trickery.
Looking like Aaron Rodgers out there with that hard count.
Indeed he is. By the way, I heard a rumor today that Aaron Rodgers may end up yet being the host of Jeopardy.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to dive into that.
I don't think we want to pass outside. What we want to dive into is a completed pass by North to number 89. That's Jaden Armstrong.
It's going to put him right at the 5-yard line, 2nd down.
Nice toss. Nice catch by Armstrong. Plenty of time here, 2:40.
Absolutely. Let it bleed, man. Let it bleed.
Green in control. Important for North to take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, you definitely want to use as much clock as you can.
Green rolls right. Looking. He's in. He's in. Touchdown, R.J. Green.
Well, sometimes you want to bleed the clock, but if you can see a touchdown happening, you take it, man. Never want to give away a sure thing, so.
5-yard touchdown run by senior quarterback R.J. Green. And that pulls the Scorps to within 7 at 19-12, pending the extra point. Now let's see if Coach Davis is going to kick for 1 or try to do something for 2.
I feel like you got to kick, right? Go up, be down 6, get a chance to go over with a score, at least tie it.
Yep.
Not sure what kind of advantage a 5-point lead gives you.
Number 18, not on our roster, but he is important.
Lefty.
Left-footed. Sidewinder.
I think that's 48, Jay.
Oh, is it 48? Man, Brian
Pushed it in
got it
through the uprights.
That is number 48, Brian Manzanares, senior left-footed kicker, and it comes up with an extra point.
Hammered a
Cuts
punch.
the lead, 19-13.
Punched it right through the upright. I think that they won about a yard over the crossbar.
It's location, not rotation.
Exactly.
Right?
Point's a point, man. Take what you can get.
That's going to get North Brunswick within 6 at 19-13 with 2:20 to go here in the second quarter.
And I hate to say it, that's a lot of time for Whiteville. Now, they do only have one timeout remaining, I believe. But the way they've been running the ball for chunk after chunk.
Yeah, Mike, as you were pointing out, they're not getting 2 or 3 yards at a run. They're getting 7, 10, 15, sometimes even more.
And with that drive from North, that let Whiteville's offense rest a fair amount, considering how much work they've been putting in.
They've been on the field quite a bit, that's for sure. Manzanares in again, I believe, to handle.
You think they squib it again for a third time?
Let's see if the left-handed or left-footed kicker.
Whiteville's not set up for it.
Going to go deep or going to just, well, that bouncy kind of thing, Mike.
What was the whistle there?
I don't know. There was a whistle before the whistle, and then there was a whistle.
I don't see any signal from the referees.
Well, inadvertent whistle? I'm not sure. Be interesting now to see if.
I think they'll do the same thing.
You think they will? Okay. The way he's teeing that thing up, it
Seems
looks
to
like.
be their MO.
Yeah. So, got to be ready if you're Whiteville.
Bobby Boucher it right at him.
Whoa!
Looks like North recovered it.
Who got it?
North.
Who got it? Number 10.
Caden Cook.
Caden Cook makes up for the ball he did not catch in the end zone for the ball he catches just inside the 50-yard line.
Talk about a momentum shift. We were just talking about Whiteville having the chance to go down and take the, regain that, possession and lead that they kind of let go there. And North now with a chance to go into halftime.
The call of the year, Michael Maurer, did you say Bobby Boucher'd it?
He Bobby Boucher'd it right
I love it, man. The water boy is here. And so is North Brunswick at the 49. 1st and 10, Green over the middle. He's got a receiver.
North is hitting on all cylinders right now.
That's Deloy, the Swiss Army knife.
And Whiteville's defense is looking tired and almost defeated at this point, which is wild because they got the lead.
Plenty of time for Green and a nice pattern that time by Deloy. 1st down, North. Oh, room on the middle of that line, Mike. 13 takes advantage of it. That's the sophomore Eric Mosley. Another North Brunswick 1st down.
Looks
They're
like
going to mark it at the
set up quick, save some time. If they can snap the ball, they're going to get a. There we go. 3rd timeout for Whiteville.
3rd time away, and Whiteville not happy about that. The
Again,
staff
talk about effort.
angry.
Talk about fatigue. Trying to sub your guys in, give them a break, and you can't get off the field.
Well, you talk about the emotion. The North Brunswick kids euphoric, and the Whiteville kids are getting a chewing out. So there is 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. The ball is at, I believe, the 19-yard line of Whiteville. It is 1st and 10 for a rejuvenated North Brunswick attack. Only down 6, 19-13.
Absolutely. The last 2 drives, North's established both the run and the pass. Other than that little situation where they had to get the offsides call to get the 1st down, I mean, they've been really just running on all cylinders.
They have played well here this past few minutes for sure, Mike. And the Bobby Boucher kick certainly helped. Another guy that could be in the SummerSlam, Bobby Boucher. In fact, he probably has.
He was inspired by Captain Insano, actually.
There you go.
Played by Paul White, the Big Show.
Pressure, Green. Sack. Boy, good time for Whiteville. 59, Levi Herring.
Looks like you got about 1:30 left. They'll still probably just take their time.
That talking to by the Whiteville staff to the defensive unit seemed to work on that play for sure.
And if they get it going, they still have 2 timeouts. So
1:18 to go, Mike. Still plenty of time for North with the timeouts, as you indicate. And now we have whistles, and now we have what?
Looks like a false start.
False start, Scorpions. Wrong way, walking the ball if you are a North Brunswick fan.
Yeah,
Happy feet for Whiteville as it goes back another 5. So
that is tough. You take the tackle for a loss and then add on 5 more. You're really kind of shooting yourself in the foot here.
Absolutely, Michael. Ball on the 31-yard line. Second down, 21 yards to go.
Not a lot of plays for 2nd and 21.
Yeah, tough to draw them up. Green.
Goes deep, though.
Up top. Oh, almost just off the tip.
Looked like Caden Cook kind of got a bad read off the hand there. He slowed up and then tried to get back after it.
And tried to and almost did. That ball goes off his fingertips. Another pretty well thrown ball by Green. Green has a strong arm. He can whip it in there or he can put a little touch on it. He put some touch that time, but Cook could not catch up. So make it 3rd down. Still 21 yards to go from the 31. 2nd quarter, just over a minute to play.
You know, for how much he's been kind of having to take the ball down, great poise by R.J. Green.
A lot of poise.
Like right there.
He's got some room. Oh, he evades. Oh, there's a juke and a jack and a whatever.
So it looks like it's going to be 4th and about 10 or 11 here, Jay. They're probably going to let the clock run down as low as they can before they go for it. Because, again, it's still 2 timeouts. So you got the whole field to work with. And then if you get it, you call a timeout, and you still got 2 plays to the end zone probably.
Clock down to 30 seconds. Now make it down to 20 seconds, as you can see it on your screen. ATMC Game of the Week. And
interesting. I think they're going to let it go all the way down and just call timeout.
Maybe just take one shot, huh? Okay.
Hey.
I'm playing checkers. Brian Davis is playing chess,
That's
right?
why I'm the stooge